in August alone,
Well,
and we've got another $1,000 pending for springs and brakes. That's
Mayor,
What year is our
if it's
truck,
12,
Mayor?
if it's 12
2001.
years old, and if the body is leaking fluid
It's
on
leaking,
the roads and
yes.
stuff,
Yeah.
I would tell you that body right now to rebuild it is going to be around $35,000.
Yeah.
$35,000.
So the truck's probably only worth
10,
10,000,
if you're lucky.
and that's basically all they're gonna do is scrap it out.
Well, we got some new tires on it. They're about $400 a
I
piece.
had
So
residents that called and complained about all the leakage coming out.
Yeah, I did too, from the nursing home.
You know,
it happens every day, just about.
It actually got turned over to the
You know, the
state
trucks,
at the nursing home.
they got to be maintained.
And see, and that's another problem. We don't have people qualified maintenance-wise to do even the garages in town. We have to take it to Middlesboro to have it worked on.
If you buy a new truck,
Well, yeah,
count on it being out of Middlesboro.
yeah.
The new trucks with the new exhaust standards on them, what they call the regen. Most of them are, if international right now, their trucks are in the shop probably once every 3-4 months. And it's something with the EGR cooler, or this sensor was bad, or whatever. And the best part about it is, if you got a local tow company, they're gonna love you.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Because that's the only way you get it there. I mean,
We used them twice this month in one day. And our hydraulic oil, we had to buy 5 gallons of hydraulic oil every month. Just for the jacks thing. I mean, it's just...
That's how bad
it's just
they're leaking.
That's how bad it is.
I remember those days, many years ago, but I remember them. What I would tell you though is if you're leaking, if the hydraulic jacks are leaking, you're putting your employees in danger.
Oh yeah.
Every time they lift that tailgate up, because sooner or later that seal's going to blow out, and when it does, if they're standing right there.
The reason I mentioned the jack stuff is I had heavy equipment for years, and let me tell you something. When that jack goes, you don't want to be around. Or when a hose comes off of there, if one of those hoses running down the side, if that blows off, whoever's standing next to it, they get all that force, hot boiling oil.
How do these prices differ from like in the counties?
That's
I
the
had
same
that
price.
happen one
It is
time.
same price.
Yeah, that's their contract
City
price.
Yeah, my forehead.
and counties is
Yeah, that's why we
That's the reason you
can't.
say go through the county.
Yeah, we
because
can't
it's
just
same.
come in here and offer you
All
a
right, I
contract.
see. Okay.
The judge
You-
said this would be agreeable with them.
Yes, judge and county attorney. So they didn't see a problem.
So what do we need? What do you? I guess what are you
Yes, we own the
proposing? You
train
wanting
station
us
up
Oh,
to?
yeah.
I'd highly recommend we go this route.
You know,
Because
I
that
did
truck-
if I'm, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't we making over $26,000 a year profit on our garbage right now?
26,000? No, no. Here's what we're making.
24,000.
It'd be 24,000.
24, that's the plus we have.
That's what we'd be bringing in.
That's with everything. What we're showing you there is only on residential because we don't know what you bill on commercial.
Yeah.
We don't know what's out there.
How many garbage customers do we have
About
in the city?
900. Is that what you
Yeah,
figured?
that's what I was
Yeah.
figuring this thing on, that you got 900, but, you know.
But okay, we make, I'd say, about $18,000 a year after expenses. Not after expenses, but with this garbage truck, we would also make at least $18,000 a year if we go that route.
Oh, you're gonna make a little
They
more than
collect-
that
they
because you got
collect
the
the
commercial
bills.
side of it,
But not counting the
7.5%.
commercial side, we'd make $18,000 on the
Well, 18,000 is estimated just on the residential. I don't.
So
what's,
basically, we make
what's your
money
average
for collecting the
bill?
garbage, even though we don't physically or.
That's it.
Because every one of them's different.
It's-
See, I mean, that's,
Yeah.
till we knew what that billing was on commercial, all we can tell you
So
is
you take the
7.5%.
10%, the 7.5.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know how much you actually bill on the commercial side, so that's what the 18.
What I'm getting at is, we're still gonna make $18,000 or $20,000 and not have to do the first thing other than send the bill out.
And what you're continuing to do.
I think we're sitting here talking about leasing out our police department. We're sitting here talking about leasing out our garbage department. We're about to lose our water department. What's left?
Well, I've been on here for 4 months. That's what I've been on here for. And I just asked Robin, we've been incorporated since 1930,
23.
23.
This is the first time I know I've ever heard, since I've been on here for 4 months, I've heard somebody say, just let the state come in and take over water and sewer. I've heard the police department being shoved down the drain. And I've heard the sewer, or waste connections. Surely, we can do better with this. I don't.
These are
I
all
don't agree.
considerations now, Vaughn. What's best for the city? What's best for the people?
I don't want to see our water plant go
Well,
anywhere.
Our water
It's
plant's
for
not
the-
going anywhere.
I want to see it fixed.
It sounds like
These
there's
are excellent proposals.
They are.
That is,
But it is, I agree. But in order to make it, we can't really make a decision tonight. We
Oh,
need to
I
put more
truly
figures
understand
and-
no,
There's no way.
But I think it's-
You got
I mean,
too
like
much,
I said,
now,
We may not have any.
Too much to
choice.
think
They may
about.
be coming to see
we
you.
had,
Well, we have other things right
With what you
now.
pay, they probably will.
we spent the money on this, I'm telling you, this garbage
Yeah.
packer is a piece of junk. We had to rent the garbage packer from Everett's for 2 days to haul the garbage out of here.
Yeah, I know.
And
now
we
that we know what
we had to
somebody pays.
pay a rent on a
You might see some
dumpster up here so we
lady-
could dump it in up here. We'd pick up
But,
trucks.
and people are calling around, let that thing's leaking out on.
Yes, they call me all the time about that.
Sometimes now, sometimes we're gonna have to take a step forward. I don't care. This right here is one of the most important things we could do for the city of Cumberland, is to get us because we can't afford $160,000 for a garbage truck. We just can't afford that, and we can't afford to keep the one we got at the cost of repairing it every month.
You know,
These are good proposals, but at the same time, I guess we're going to have to let.
Well, see, I
Get the
agree, I agree
citizens
with you,
involved.
Mayor, but I mean, to me, it just takes more figures and.
But did you look at, here's our
looking at it and
cost.
Seeing how much we took in, how much we paid out, and then.
Here's the
Put it on the
breakdown.
ballot.
Yeah.
And
Be very good.
Citizens, put it on a ballot or something.
we really are going to have to do something about the garbage now. It's a problem, and it's a serious problem. The EPA will get on us for dumping trash and stink out in that street as well as they will for our water being polluted. And they've written us up for it before. We've got, because of the garbage truck not being effective. And it leaks. It's got welded plates in it, and that, which is, that's a violation right there if the EPA come here and saw it. It's got,
Yeah.
they had to weld the bottoms up in it.
Holes in it.
Holes in it.
I know it's a big
Oh,
decision.
thank you.
I will answer any questions I can for you. Mayor, I know you already have
I've
one,
got
so.
it.
I think it's
The
an
one
excellent-
thing I would suggest that you do, you're right, it's a big decision. Get a company to come in, look at your truck. Call municipal equipment, Larry Riddle,
Yeah, Larry Riddle, we deal with it, yeah.
have him come in and look at it. Let him tell you what it's gonna cost just to bring that old truck up to specs today. And let him tell you that, how long and what you're gonna be looking at, for the repairs, and keep it running the way it should be. I think whenever you do that part and then look at what a new one is, and talk to Larry, ask him to get you the prices for the new truck.
I talked to him once. He said he could get us a used truck. It's 6 years old, but he also told me it only had a 10-year lifespan for $70,000.
Well, I would tell you, whenever you buy a used garbage truck, it's used for a reason and it was put out there for a reason.
That's right, yeah.
Didn't it have Carfax?
Not on the garbage truck, they don't. I wish they did, because we bought some lemons before too. But just to truly understand what the true cost of repair, what you're doing right now with a 12-year-old truck where you say it's like $2,000 a month, talk to Larry. I bet you he's gonna tell you more like $4,000 with a new truck. Just to maintain those new state mandated systems they put on for the exhaust.
You're a kid.
And again, I'm concerned about life of the drivers and life of the people out here in front of that truck when the brakes are bad on it, and the brakes are bad every month.
Well, if you're not, we do our inspections every 2 weeks. Our trucks are brought in greased or oil changed, and the brakes are checked by our mechanics. However, drivers write up any repairs that need to be done. Whenever they brought in, we check brakes.
Yeah.
But if nothing was ever wrote up on that truck, they at least get caught and inspected every 2 weeks for the safety equipment.
I think it's an excellent idea, but I just think we wouldn't, I wouldn't go buy a vehicle and make my decision right now. I would think about it a little bit, look at all the facts.
And
We're
I,
having a council meeting in 3 more weeks. Well, we gotta have another council meeting.
Yeah, we gotta get this tax thing out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
But-
right.
So we'll have to have another council meeting then.
But
I
we
think we should
really
put
need to
something in
move
the
on this.
paper,
We need to move on this.
But I don't know that, we don't have much facts.
We
Look,
need to see cards out push to make
Decision
You
for
know,
the public.
if the majority of the people told me to do it, I'd do it.
I don't feel
Take it off her
comfortable.
back.
and I
Sit here
respect
and
that.
Think about it, that's,
I didn't come here expecting you to make a decision.
Yeah, I mean, really, I mean.
You really
well, you really opened your eyes to a lot of stuff, and
I
I
think
can
it
say
sounds
that.
wonderful.
Like I said, you got my card. If you have a question, call me. If there's any other information that you need, we'll provide it. But again, you know, all I can tell you is what our agreement is with the county.
Will there be any additional startup costs for the residents, such as having to buy waste connection, waste receptacles, or anything like that?
You already, you're using standard.
Garbage cans.
Yeah.
So the residents will still use whatever they're using. They don't have to have
Yeah,
anything
continue to-
special.
All we're going to do is come in and start picking up right where you're at.
You know, you're right, big city.
I can
I got
tell you
electric
that,
arms,
you know,
hydraulic arms
again,
to pick
when
those
you
cans
do
up.
vote on this and you accept it,
They don't ever
you
even
know,
get out of trouble.
your time frame is going to be more tied up dealing with the county,
Well, I've seen it.
getting that
Well,
interlocal
it's set
agreement
up
part
for
done.
it.
It shouldn't take
I don't
long,
think they
but
could do it around.
they're gonna
here.
have to have a
They
meeting.
Everything nailed
Yeah,
down.
I think that'd go pretty fast.
Yeah.
I tell you what I'd recommend though,
Yeah.
I'd recommend any and all council members go up to the maintenance lot when he's up there dumping or picking up that garbage, okay? Just look at that truck, have him explain to you. Or just look at the truck, watch it operate, and then make a decision.
No, I mean, I agree with you. That's not what I'm saying. I just think we ought the citizens to look at it at least more than one meeting.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Is there any
I mean,
grants
I
that
think
gives you
it's
anything
excellent
for the
idea.
trucks, the grants out there?
You can always apply for grants, but they're 18 months down the road or something like that. And
Existing on garbage truck grants through the state.
You don't
Not
know.
for an existing
Well,
truck.
it's
If
a
you-
shame that you can't do this contract like you could this other one that we're,
3 years.
had been
Well,
addressed,
you know, you can go out and take bids. I don't know what kind of time frame it would do. I don't know who would bid on.
No, we don't want bids.
I mean-
We would want you all
Right.
because you know, the program, the way you talk, I like the way you talk and I
And
like the way you
these are
talk.
with the
No,
county.
yeah.
Saying
like
your
I said-
term
It's just
is
a shame
a
it can't
little
do it
bit
shorter.
lengthy.
Well, the county went with that term because, I'll be honest with you, we were on 5-year agreements
Yeah.
with the county. The last time around, they decided to want to go to 10 years because the previous companies they had in here and the one that we bought out, Waste Management, I'll be honest with you, if we hadn't have bought them out, I don't think that Waste Management would have been in the county much longer. You know, we came into it and told everybody, and the same thing I'll tell you today, is if you pay us, we'll pick the garbage up.
You don't pay, you don't pick up.
It's very simple.
I
It don't
guess-
matter what kind of contract we
That
got.
makes sense to
I
me.
guess
If we can't get paid,
I'd say,
You know, we
I
can't-
wouldn't work for free.
No,
Because you've already set in stone what your rates is gonna be.
well, we set the numbers there for you, and it was, what it did for us, it allowed us to go out and buy trucks
Yeah,
and look at it on.
Lordy, lordy.
Now,
because you knew what was coming
Yeah.
in.
we maintain our, now, we do run our trucks 10 to 12 years, but like I said, it's on a strict program every 2 weeks it's greased, every month it gets oil changed. So, I mean, that's the way we straighten ours out. About every 5 years, though, we rebuild that bottom. So, we're not waiting 12 years to rebuild the bottom. But, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your time. And thank you for listening to me. And hopefully I'll come up and see you again.
Thank you very much, Carl and Aaron. Thanks for coming by.
I really appreciate it.
Okay.
And I know the council members do, and they're-
Have a good evening. Like I said, if there's any questions, please feel free to call us.
Thanks for coming by.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
We had,
Now, what's the
seven.
council, what's the consensus of this now? What do you think? Where should we go? I'm telling you, we need to do something
Okay.
drastic,
Thank you.
and we need to do it right away. Check the garbage packer if you want to. I mean, go check it, watch it operate, and you'll see what I mean.
Just-
It just,
let me explain my feeling on it. And I'm just one as Norman would have said, I'm just one piece of the pie. But I hate to do away with any services. That includes garbage, police. I know the situation with their water plant. I hate to lose that. If I had to pick a service that I had to lose, absolutely had to, it'd be garbage. Just because of the cost and maintenance in it. Do I want to? No. Do I see it coming? Absolutely. It's going to happen eventually. I mean, it's just the way we've been dwindling for years and services get took over. We hate to do it, but eventually we have to. But I think for myself, I got enough information probably for the garbage, but for the police thing, I don't have enough information that would even. It's way too much to take in at one
Well,
time.
if you consider
But now the garbage,
the garbage costs, and then all the other costs that we have with the water, and it's just gonna be insurmountable. We're
I'm not disagreeing with you on that, Mayor. I'm just saying it's awful quick to make a decision when it's just presented tonight.
Yeah, well, that's
That's
true.
what I'm
Now,
saying.
I'm not telling you
Yeah,
not to do it
that's-
without first
That's
thinking
all I'm
about it.
saying,
right?
yeah. But it will get
Yeah.
priority if that's what you.
I don't see any decision having to be made tonight on that. It's good to have the information so we can try to soak it up and.
Yeah.
But now, in the past, these things have been discussed, but they've never been brought back up. They've always,
You bring them right back.
Put it back
up.
on the
We have to
agenda next
discuss
month.
them. We're not gonna let this go because it's too
okay,
hard.
what will you change in your opinion? What kind of research will you do to change your opinions or to get more information so that you can vote on it?
I would go out and talk to the citizens is one of the first
On the
things I would
garbage now.
do. Well, I mean, even on the garbage,
Yeah.
I would
Garbage,
like their opinion because they're paying for the service.
Right.
And I would probably, look over figures and look over past financial statements to come up with my own figures to
And you know,
look at everything.
That's what-
another
that's
good
what
thing,
I'm
Carl, to
gonna
do would
send.
be, I know we have to pay for, but put it in the paper of how bad the situation is and what things we're gonna have to do in that. We want the citizens' opinion, call here,
Yeah.
poll them, write their names down, what they think about it.
That's another thing right there. Many of the citizens call every day about garbage complaints.
That's what I'm saying,
And
but
the
They
service,
might be able to-
yeah.
they might help us make a decision. They might, the majority may say, you may have 200 people call, and they may, 150 of them might want rid of the garbage, might want to switch services, might not mind it.
But right now,
But we need to know a majority.
this garbage problem is more serious than the water problem. I'm
I
telling
agree.
you.
I think we need a change on the, but I believe to leave the police department alone.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
gotta do something about the garbage.
Did you all get a copy of this breakdown in price? You
Yeah.
got that, right?
Because I
You
didn't.
could pass it. Let's look at it.
Ain't that the one I passed down?
Yeah, you got a
I
copy.
think I got a copy.
Yeah, I
Yeah, you
put
got
them
a
down
copy.
there.
Let me
You
double
got that
check.
down there?
Yeah,
Cost analysis of solid waste.
yeah.
That's the labor health insurance. The liability, we had left off the liability insurance, which is
I had one.
So we only have 3 employees that probably would.
the three that work with the garbage packer, yes.
So the billing would still come through City Hall, like
City
the
Hall.
cap
But the commercial.
Commercial,
would
They
go
do
through
commercial.
them. So it could, would it stay on the water bill or would
Yeah,
it?
he said
yeah,
it would.
yeah. The commercial's not on the water bill.
No, he said they would do it.
I like that is the.
Try to
is the
save
police.
water.
No, there's,
One for like water?
you got one there for this too.
There should be one.
It's cost analysis for solid waste. It was a single sheet, a separate sheet.
There might be one laying there beside of you, Carolyn, because I put one at Carla's seat when I put them
Look
down
over at
there.
Carla's,
Maybe it's over here.
Oh, did you get it to her tonight? That's
Yeah.
why she's missing it then, I bet.
yeah. Did we get, David paid for that?
I put them.
Yeah, she's got that.
I put some down through there.
We could buy these with. can see the pros and
Shipping fees,
cons.
is that what you pay when you take it down there and dump it?
That's
Is
it.
that
Yeah.
what shipping
That's what we
fee
pay
is?
every month, 6,000 a month?
Sometimes more than that.
Some, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And it is, you pay it or you don't dump it.
They tried to cut us off a few times, you know.
Yeah, now, I knew that.
Why is liability insurance on here twice?
One is, it is on there twice, isn't it? Well, just go
On
by the what's the
$200.
tax, and then 191. It's just, that bottom line, the end result won't change then, okay? 2177, that's correct.
Okay.
Fuel, $1,200, is that monthly?
That's, it costs $100 a day just about to go down there and back with diesel fuel.
We just probably, as much as I hate to
So
say
that
it,
is
we probably don't
monthly.
have much of a choice but to.
We don't. If you look at it, you'll have to decide something. And I wouldn't, this riddle now, he said he would sell us a used one for 50,000, but we're just stepping right back in the same problem.
I think we're gonna have to have another,
Meeting next week.
next week anyway.
Yeah,
Can we
if you
put
don't
that
mind,
So if you could put this on there,
Monday,
Yeah.
could you do it
I
Monday?
think Monday, cause
Well-
I've got to go Frankfurt
Tuesday or Wednesday would be good.
What day
for
could
the
you,
utility board.
what day could you do it?
Well, I can do it the next day, that's fine.
Well,
Tuesday?
Yeah, but I think do
Tuesday.
it Monday, I'll be gone.
How about Vaughn, you think?
Yeah, Tuesday.
I can do Tuesday.
I can do Tuesday.
What is Tuesday, the date?
Tuesday's
Okay.
28th. Yeah.
We gotta get, this other thing gotta be done this month
Yeah,
so we
that's
can
the
get it
28th,
published
so
and
we-
printed.
yeah.
28th be
Yeah.
close
Tuesday
enough.
at
Okay.
6:30.
6:30 to 28. Okay. That's all right with everybody. We'll notify everybody.
We'll do our studies and have you a
Yeah.
final.
Yeah, and put that back on the agenda, and please
Yeah,
put
that'll
the
give us
water,
a week to look at.
put the water on the agenda, the next agenda as well, so we can,
Okay.
what repairs have been done. Let us know what's going on with that.
We're in good shape. I want to tell you we're in great shape.
I know.
But I can't tell you that.
Yeah.
But we are in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
We got one mapping, the mapping of, well, we're off subject here, aren't we? I better,
Well, it was just
Yeah, we
mentioned,
can't
what we
talk
were
about
talking
that.
about making another agenda, so we weren't doing anything.
Let's not making a motion.
No.
Rewind.
okay, okay. The next item then, if we're through with that, the garbage collection is the first reading and vote on the 2013 Ad Valorem Tax Ordinance number 434.
And it's not changed any, correct?
That's the same identical.
It's still
last one, just the date.
.004.
You got it?
We still have to read it?
No, you can just read the heading, the topics, and just the tax rate,
You wanna read
okay?
it, Dave?
I can. So read the whereas section 1. Don't read the paragraph.
No,
An ordinance levying the annual ad valorem tax for the city purposes in the corporate limits of Cumberland, Kentucky. Whereas Kentucky Revised Statute 92.280 requires that the legislative body of each city annually levy an ad valorem tax for city purposes, and whereas KRS 92.330 requires that all taxes be levied by ordinance, and whereas KRS 83A.130 requires that the legislative body by ordinance provide for significant revenue to operate city government, whereas the city has calculated the tax rate or rates for real and personal property in accordance with KRS Chapter 132. Now for there be ordained by the city of Cumberland, Kentucky as follows. Section 1, tax levy real estate and personal property at .0040 cents on each $100, and ad valorem tax rate of .0040 cents on each $100. That's for real estate and personal property. Section 2, due date, payment, discount, and penalty. Section 3, effective date and use thereof. First reading August 21st.
yes.
Okay.
Okay, we'll lay this aside till
Second reading?
August the 28th.
Yep. Should put Marvin these with the tax collector.
And the next item is a second reading and vote on the fiscal year 2013 budget ordinance number 435. We had the first reading on July the 10th.
Are we gonna be able to do this if we make these changes? Should we put this on a hold?
If we make,
Table
If we make all
this.
these decisions, shouldn't we redo?
like if we decide to get rid of the garbage, we'd be,
Yep, you just amend the budget.
and I said if we decide, I don't wanna,
Yeah.
No.
I don't wanna put the wrong idea out there. And two, like a line item budget, like for each department, I know this has got the total on it, the one I got page, but it doesn't, it's not a breakdown like for water, sewer, police.
Oh, see, those things we give to you on a monthly basis.
But I'd like to see it on this kind of report so I could see what departments have been increased. What we're seeing here is just
Well, didn't you not,
basically a dollar amount we're voting on.
remember the first reading was that, a breakdown. It was this one here, broke down according to
No, it wasn't a line by line.
No.
expenditures, wages, FICA, workman's comp.
Let me see what you got there, Carl.
That was the first reading that David did.
I didn't read it.
And that was Carla that read it.
Okay.
But even this isn't done by department. This has general fund.
That is the department. Well, we got 4 departments, general fund, water and sewer, 3 departments, well, fire department.
It looks like with that there, you can move some money around and not be traced. To me, I don't think anybody do it, but you know, I would think it should be broke down a little bit better.
Well, this is the one that the auditor suggested, based on his audits that he does everywhere else. But this production report, do you all look at this production report?
The production report to me still doesn't have what they're asking for.
This
I just want to know what each department has spent in a year. Like Wayne, he knows, well, I won't say he knows, I'm saying take his department, every officer you got, everything you've had to buy, gas, cars, maintenance, the whole 9 yards, so that we can see, okay, this department needs X amount of dollars for this year. And then we take each department, make sure they stay in this budget. Like this one here says 700.
That's what the production report does now.
But that is production report, but we need it on our budget, showing a budget, line by line breakdown for departments.
Like for example, with the wages, you would have city clerk, how much you're paying her. Assistant clerk, how much you're paying the assistant.
Haven't we
Water
given those
clerk.
out before, Robin? Don't we give them out occasionally, don't we?
But we're asking for a summary for the year.
A year in total, what?
Well,
Like your chief
That's
for a
what
year.
this is a summary.
I know, but like the old budget we had,
Well,
I want to see how much we went over the old budget, or if we stayed in the
So we got
old budget.
$366,000 for wages. We don't know who's getting water, what's getting where. It can be moved around in an indirect thing, so we need a broke down thing by department, department heads, personnel, all that expenditures of.
where's that payroll thing at? Which one is the financial statement?
Just to tell you all a fact, since I've been here, I've never seen a budget
Okay.
for Cumberland Police Department.
Yeah.
I've never seen an item line, I've never seen a budget. I've never
Something
seen
like
no-
that.
Something like
$5 million
Yeah, that's
a
how
year,
the
I can
budget
spend
used to look.
$250,000 a year, I can buy 5 cruisers, I can buy 100 cruisers. I've never, no way, has ever shown me what Cumberland Police Department has got in.
That is exactly right. That's what we need to change.
That's what we're trying to- We're trying to get a budget.
And you get jumped on if you
I've
spend
been
too
here a
much
year and a half
money.
and I've never seen one.
Yeah, if you had a thing up here that said, this is what you can
And I'll tell
spend.
you, somebody else that you don't ever seen one either.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. If we, like a department head, if he knows he's got, let's say, that one paper, they got $264,000 for the police
I
department.
give them one.
Where you go for?
But I mean, you could look at it and say,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, but if you had that, you could, monthly, you could say, okay, these officers made this amount of money, and you can try to keep your budget in line.
You could manage your department better without having the mayor on your head telling you you're overspending, and you said, how? I don't even know. I mean, we have to have this broke down. We can't approve, I couldn't approve this. I couldn't approve this.
Okay, we'll move on to the next item now. Let's see, what is the next item?
Next item is, we already did the Valorem Tax.
Resolution number 387.
Establishing penalty for collecting delinquent property taxes by Harlan County Court Clerk's Office.
387.
Yeah, those are just,
The dates is all we changed on.
Anybody want to read this?
I can read it. Do we have to read the whole thing? Is that what you need?
yeah, go ahead, it's short, isn't it?
Yeah, resolution, City of Cumberland, resolution number 387. Resolution establishing penalty for collecting delinquent City of Cumberland property taxes by the Harlan County Court Clerk's Office. Whereas an ordinance having been accepted and approved for the purpose of authorizing the Harlan County Sheriff to collect City of Cumberland ad valorem taxes, and whereas taxes unpaid subsequent to April 15, 2013 will be turned over to the Harlan County Court Clerk's Office for collection as delinquent. Therefore, it be resolved that the Harlan County Court Clerk's Office be authorized to collect delinquent tax bills with the following provisions added to the tax bill. A. Add 1% per month to original tax bill for the city. B. Add an $11 release fee per bill when paid. C. Add 10% collection fee for each bill paid to the clerk. This added to the taxpayer original bill after it becomes delinquent on 4/15/2013 in accordance with the state regulatory statute. Motion to adopt by...
I make a motion to adopt.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Can we do it by yays or nays? May save some time.
No, let's vote on it, okay? A roll
Okay.
call vote, because it
Dixon,
deals with money.
Yes.
Okay.
Elliott,
Yes.
Gillum,
Yes.
Graham,
Yes.
Raleigh.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Paul.
Great. Devon, it's your turn.
You just be quiet.
Okay, and
You're young, you can see, you
Resolution
don't have
approved.
eyes.
I barely can see.
the next
I'll
item
read
is
it.
resolution number 388.
A resolution establishing penalty for collecting delinquent City of Cumberland property taxes by the Harlan County Sheriff's Office. Whereas an ordinance having been accepted and approved for the purpose of authorizing the Harlan County Sheriff to collect City of Cumberland ad valorem taxes, and whereas taxes unpaid after April 15th will be turned over to the Harlan County Court Clerk's Office for collections as delinquent. Therefore, it be resolved that the Harlan County Court Clerk's Office be authorized to collect the delinquent tax bills with the following provisions added to the tax bill. Subsection A. Harlan County Sheriff's Office shall receive a collection, I should say fee of 4% of the original tax bills beginning with the calendar year 2012 tax assessments. Subsection B. Delinquent taxes not having been paid as of April 15th and having been turned over to the county clerk by the Harlan County Sheriff's Office shall impose an additional collection fee of 44% payable to the Harlan County Sheriff's Office. Should that be 4% or 44%?
Look, it's 44.
Yeah, it's 44%.
So hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Motion
Make
made
sure.
by, I'll make a motion.
That's it.
Carolyn seconded. Let's see.
You roll call.
Yeah, do a roll call.
Dixon,
Yes.
Elliott. Gillum,
Yes.
Graham,
Yes.
and Raleigh.
Yes. Focusing on something else.
And the next item is a resolution number 389. It's a resolution of support and acceptance of the Harlan County the Trail Town Development. It's a tourist attraction
You
thing.
need to read that one too?
Yes,
Resolution in support acceptance, 07/17/2012. Resolution number 389.
yes.
Whereas the city of Cumberland is a fourth-class city in Harlan County, Kentucky. Whereas the city of Cumberland does supports and encourages trail town development in eastern Kentucky as a tourism economic development for this area. Whereas the city of Cumberland does support the efforts of the Kentucky Adventure Tourism in its efforts to promote the Trail Town project. Therefore, be it resolved that the city of Cumberland does hereby support and accept the proposal of naming the cities of Cumberland, Benham, and Lynch of Harlan County, Kentucky to become Trail Town designation and be listed on the Kentucky Trails map.
I make a motion to accept resolution 389.
I say,
Second. All those in favor so indicate by saying aye.
May I ask one question?
yeah,
It says resolution of support and acceptance, it's got 07/17/212.
That's the date that this lady prepared the resolution. You know, we haven't had a...
Oh, yeah, okay,
so-
okay, all right. Okay. I just need to
And
clarify.
all those in favor so indicate by saying aye. Opposed? Well, that's it, and that's all. No, we have a
we got
number 8. I think there's 3 candidates.
Yeah,
Unless you have any more other than the 3 that we know of. That's Jerry Gillum, Norma Dobus, and Leslie Bush.
I talked to, been talking a little in and out about Jerry there for a while, but Jerry's kind of busy. So Leslie's been at all these meetings, and she's got a good idea of what's been going on for the past 4 or 5 months. So I'd nominate her.
Well, let's have a democratic kind of vote. We'll put the names of all 3 candidates on a piece of paper and let the councils vote. Circle the person that they want, and the one that has a
We can't do that because that'd be secret ballots. That's not allowed.
well, we
no,
can-
we'll let one of the police officers open it
Well,
up.
why can't we just?
We can do it openly,
Vote openly
No, I
for each
wouldn't.
one.
We can go by-
It's your
we can-
council. You're the council. You do it the way you want to do it. Okay.
We can do, like, if Jerry, Miss Dovis, we can take a vote on all of them. That was just my nomination. I mean,
But we can't do it. That's like a secret ballot. We can't do that in open meeting.
Was there any other nominations?
does anybody else have any other nominations?
Is there any other nominations? Is there any other nominations?
I nominate Norma Dobus.
We can put it to a vote.
Is there any
So
other
he's
nominations?
Nominating, right? Or nominating her, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I nominated Leslie. It's not nothing against Miss Dovis. I don't know her.
Oh, we got no one.
Is that no one have any other nominations in?
I'm going by who I've seen at council meetings.
Yeah.
Anybody want to appoint anybody?
I'd like to appoint Leslie.
Want to appoint?
You can't appoint 2 people to 1 seat.
Well, the first one that gets a majority
It's
vote.
the first one that gets majority.
That's it.
Let's put it to a vote. Be done with it.
It's going to serve out the term through December, is that right?
Yeah.
Through December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
December 31st, I believe.
He'll probably wear them out. Whoever he is.
That'll definitely give them
They'll be ready to quit.
some time to get their shoes wet or deep.
Elections coming up.
Since we're talking about appointment and selection, I feel like I can say this without being off the thing. I have nothing against any of the other people that's
Oh,
running
yeah.
for council.
No.
We only have 3 that seem to be interested. I feel like if there was someone else interested that wasn't on the ballot, that's who I would probably support
Yeah, sure.
for the open seat, because I feel like it gives people advantages over the other candidates that's not sitting up here right now.
Well, the last time we did the same procedure when we replaced Miss Forster and, put Carly in there. I don't see why we would change it now. We did an open vote.
Yeah, but there was only one candidate. See, that's, I mean, you're the council, you do
there was
it.
not a candidate.
Yeah.
This was when we appointed Carla to the seat when Miss Forster passed away.
Just
It was the same
question-
principle. Now
just
we're changing it.
Question it. That calls for the vote.
I've made my nomination. I mean, y'all can,
Anybody want to question, lay it on the table for vote?
yeah.
You call a vote. Who do you want to vote for first?
Let's go with Leslie and see how it goes. And then we can move on to Miss Dobus and who else was it?
Well, the first one that receives the majority vote is elected. We don't have to vote for the other one if
Right.
okay, so just call for a vote.
I'm confused. Leslie, is that what we're
Yeah.
doing?
Leslie, yeah.
Well, we had Miss Dobus.
Do we could just go down there and ask her, or what do we do?
Yeah, just ask, call a roll, call a roll.
Jerry wasn't.
Yeah, he's gonna wait for the election.
Well, he'll win the election.
Jerry's not gonna run. Jerry's not interested, right?
Well, he's running in the election, and so he said, if you guys put somebody else in, that's fine with him, because he's.
Yeah.
Kind of busy.
So do we just go down through here and call names?
Just call names, and this is the
This for
vote
Leslie,
for
right?
Leslie Bush, okay?
Okay.
Dixon,
Yes.
Elliott,
Yes.
Gillum,
Yes.
Graham,
Yes.
and Raleigh.
Yes. Daydream, sorry.
Well, Miss
I was
Bush,
thinking about,
you want to
Dobus.
be sworn in?
I never can't place it.
Okay, just come, step right up.
And I was thinking.
You got the oath up here?
I get it.
She knows everything was being blown anyway.
Yeah, I've actually been here more than some council members. I hate to say that, but.
That's why I pointed that out.
I think you'll do good.
She's seen our best dinner or
Well,
what?
let's put it this way, I'm not easily influenced.
She's getting the oath. You
Okay, all righty.
How you doing?
You should have it in there.
I could predict.
You gotta read it a few words at a time, Carl. Don't read great big bunch and then ask me to repeat it.
Raise your right hand.
All right, all right.
When I say aye, you say aye.
Okay.
I had you on my list.
Leslie Bush,
I went down.
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
I really
that I will
did.
support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and be faithful and true
and be faithful and true
to the Commonwealth of Kentucky,
to the Commonwealth of Kentucky,
so long as I continue
so long as I continue
a citizen thereof,
a citizen thereof,
and that I will faithfully execute
and that I will faithfully execute
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
the office of
the
City
office of
Council
City Council
according to law.
according to law.
And I do further solemnly swear
And I do further solemnly swear
that since the adoption
since the adoption
of the present Constitution,
of the present Constitution,
I, being a citizen of this state,
I, being a citizen of this state,
have not fought a duel
have not fought a duel
with deadly weapons
with deadly weapons
within this state,
within this state,
nor out of it,
nor out of it,
nor have I sent
nor have I sent
or accepted a challenge
or accepted a challenge
to fight a duel
to fight a duel
with deadly weapons,
with deadly weapons,
nor have I acted
nor have I acted
as a second in carrying a challenge,
in a second in carrying a challenge,
nor aided or assisted
nor aided or assisted
any person thus offended.
any person thus offended.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
We're gonna get you seats.
You can make the motion to adjourn. Would
Yeah,
you,
that's
would
the
you
last
allow
thing
her to
on
make a
there,
motion to adjourn?
Sure.
Before we adjourn, can I just say
First
one,
official business.
can I just say one thing? We have been trying, I appreciate what Carl does as mayor, because what he's faced with every day is these challenges of these bills, and then has to deal with us, the council, sometimes. I do appreciate what he's done, and I've enjoyed working with him. I mean, we've just went around at times, but I've enjoyed working with him and with all the other
I
council
think that's
members.
one of the
I think
key
everybody
points.
cares.
You have
Everybody
to,
cares.
Are you dying or something?
you have to, sometimes you have to agree to disagree.
Yes, uh-huh.
Sometimes it gets heated.
Yeah, I hope you do understand that, Mayor.
We disagree with you.
It doesn't mean anybody doesn't like you, it's just a disagreement. We have to move past it. I've always told you what I thought, and you tell me what you think.
Yeah, well, we do have the squabbles, and
If you're
I
in
guess it's
politics,
expected,
it will
yeah.
happen like
Yeah.
that.
Well, that's the way things.
But I do know that you're under
Go on.
strain with this financial stuff, and we
Yeah.
are gonna have to make a decision on the garbage. And,
It's
we
hard
just
to
wanna-
do
let's
what
put it
you
on the
look at,
agenda and
look
see
at.
what happens, and go from there. And remember the water if you could, just put that on the agenda.
Yeah, we got, it's getting there, it's going
Ladies,
there. Yeah.
you can take that stuff that's laying there.
Okay, thank you. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Yeah. Motion's been made, seconded.
All in favor?
She might do real good out here.
first true deed of the,
All in
Of the
favor, so
time.
indicate by saying aye. Opposed?
actually, get out of here before it gets too dark.
Sure. Pass that.
Yeah.
Go 4 o'clock.